I'll be direct. In 2025, airline rules are changing quietly, and the impact lands loudly. It's especially frustrating if you fly solo. I've tested this myself. On the same routes, a search for one traveler shows a higher fare, while a search for two immediately drops the per-person price. That's not a group discount. It looks like a separate fare level aimed at solo searches on the cheapest tickets. After public pushback, many of these add-ons disappeared on some routes, but the logic is clear. Airlines assume a lone business traveler is less price sensitive. The problem is that many of us also fly alone, to visit family, for medical appointments, for a quick getaway. Paying more just because you don't have a companion feels unfair. Here's a simple, effective trick. Before you buy, always check the price for one and for two passengers and focus on the per-person number. If two passengers come out cheaper, select that option, go all the way to payment, then remove the second traveler. Often the lower fare sticks, sometimes it doesn't. The check takes under a minute and can save real money. And remember what's included. The lowest fares often exclude a free checked bag, seat selection, and flexible changes. If you care about a calm boarding, a comfortable seat, and one checked bag, a slightly higher fare can be the better overall value. People ask about incognito mode and cookies. In my experience, prices shift more because fare buckets open and close in real time, not because of your browser history. A solid habit is to compare across the airline's own site, one or two major aggregators, and the app. Sometimes the best fare doesn't show up everywhere. Another tip: if you live in a big metro area, check nearby airports. In New York, that's LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark. In Southern California, it's LAX, Burbank, Long Beach, and San Diego. An extra 15 minutes in a car can save hundreds of dollars, especially on weekday morning flights. Now a rule that can wreck plans in 1 minute. As of June 3, 2025, United has a hard domestic check-in cutoff. You must complete check-in online or at the counter at least 45 minutes before scheduled departure. At T44, the system will not issue a boarding pass and agents can't override it. International remains 60 minutes. What to do? Set 2 reminders, 26 hours before to check in and choose seats, and 20 hours as a backup. If you're checking a bag, budget time for kiosk and counter lines. Airports at peak hours are not brochure perfect. Queues snake around, kiosk freeze, someone argues about a bag's weight, and your extra 10 minutes vanish. Also count the approach to the terminal. Construction or security checks can steal 15 minutes just getting to the curb. The key idea: 45 minutes is a wall. I often hear, "I've flown for years and always made it." Habits lag behind new rules. Update yours now. Check in the night before in the app. Keep your phone charged so you can print a bag tag and reach the bag drop no later than 90 minutes before a domestic flight. This is essential if you're flying to a fixed time event, a wedding, a concert, a performance. There's no second chance. Now to the airline many loved for simplicity, Southwest. For tickets issued on or after May 28, 2025, checked bags have fees, $35 for the first and $45 for the second. Exceptions still exist for elites, certain higher fares, and some cardholders, but most travelers now pay. Travel credits from cancellations and changes also expire, 6 months for some fares, 1 year for others. And in 2026, Southwest moves from open seating to assigned seats. The A, B, C lineups go away, and you'll see paid extra legroom and preferred rows. The model becomes more like other major U.S. carriers. Practical advice today: if you travel with a checked bag, run the math on a fare that includes baggage, check your credit card perks for a free bag, and plan to spend miles sooner. In a world where credits expire, a mile turned into a flight is worth more than miles gathering dust. The bottom line: prepared travelers win in 2025. Check solo versus two-person pricing even if you're flying alone. Check in early and respect hard cutoffs. Rebuild your habits to fit the new rules. Quiet adjustments save money and protect your plans. Power banks are another area with stricter rules. A power bank is a lithium-ion battery, and if it's damaged or overheats, it can become a hazard. After several incidents in Asia, airlines tightened policies. In the US, the guidance is crystal clear. Don't use a power bank if it's stowed out of sight. You can't plug in your phone and toss both into the overhead bin. The device must be visible and within reach so crew can spot a problem and act fast. Do it right. Keep your power bank in your personal item under the seat. Never put power banks in checked luggage. This is a universal aviation rule. Choose reputable brands and avoid nameless budget devices. Watch capacity. Most airlines allow up to 100 watt-hours, roughly up to 27,000 mAh at standard voltage. If you see big numbers on the case, double-check the specs. In doubt, choose a smaller model. Use a short cable in flight so it doesn't dangle into the aisle, and don't leave a charging device unattended while you sleep. Policies vary by airline. Some ban in-flight use entirely, others allow it only if the battery stays visible. The safest move is to read your airline's battery and dangerous goods page the week you fly, especially if you connect via Asia, where standards are often stricter. Now about routes between Europe, Canada, and the US. This summer, bookings from Western Europe to the US are down compared with last year. Canada to US demand is down too. Airlines respond by cutting US flights and redeploying capacity to stronger markets. For travelers, that means fewer schedule options, faster filling cabins, and higher prices on the last seats. If you're planning a return to the US from Europe or Canada, build backup plans. Check alternative departure airports in your region. Consider less typical connections through Iceland, Ireland, or Portugal. Adding one short stop can stabilize price and arrival time. There is good news. United and JetBlue have launched a partnership that makes miles more flexible and searches easier. You can book one airline's flights on the other's site, earn and redeem across programs, and some elite benefits will be recognized by the partner. In New York, this is especially visible. United is slated to resume regular service at JFK, and JetBlue gains more timing flexibility at Newark. Practically, you might fly JetBlue using United miles, or the other way around. And if you have status, board with partner priority. How to benefit. Review where you hold the most miles and when they expire. Pick 2 or 3 goals for the next 6 months. New York, Florida, California, the Caribbean, and check award availability on both platforms. If the partnership opens new seats, book them. Miles lose value over time. Your trips happen now. Don't wait. More practice for smooth travel. Always keep a plan B. If your nonstop is cut, have a one-stop alternative through a major hub ready. In winter, choose connections through warmer airports. If you must be somewhere early in the morning, arrive the night before. If you rely on medication, carry it on with a couple of days buffer. When schedules shift, these small habits become your safety net. Documents and what to expect after landing. For trips to the United Kingdom, U.S. and Canadian citizens must obtain an electronic travel authorization in advance for travel on or after January 8, 2025. The process is simple. Enter your details, upload a photo, pay a small fee, and wait for approval. It's valid for 2 years and multiple trips. The airline may check it before boarding because they're responsible for taking you back if you refused entry. Don't leave this to the last minute. Apply when you buy your tickets. If you're traveling as a family, submit everyone's application early. Keep a copy on your phone and a printout for peace of mind. Separately, the EU's ETIAS system has been delayed to late 2026, so it doesn't affect you right now. Across the EU, 2025 brings a phased rollout of the biometric entry-exit system. At your first Schengen entry, expect fingerprints and a facial photo. Queues may form during the transition. Build in extra time, especially if you have a connection. Simple comforts help. Supportive shoes, a bottle of water after security, and a small snack in your personal item. For travelers 50 plus, reducing fatigue matters more than we admit. One more rule that doesn't get much airtime but carries a painful penalty. In Turkey, Passengers can be fined for standing up or reaching for the overhead bins while the seatbelt sign is still on and the plane is taxiing after landing. Flight attendants are required to report violations. Fines can be significant, and arguing with police in a foreign country is not a good idea. If you're flying to or through Istanbul, wait until the sign is off. During taxi, safety is the crew's responsibility. A sudden brake can injure someone who's standing. Landing isn't over until you're at the gate and the sign clicks off. Finally, connectivity on arrival. It's your lifeline in the first minutes in a new country. I use SYSIM because it's quick, convenient, and works in 200 plus destinations. You buy a data plan at home, choose the country and duration, add the profile to your phone, and it activates when the plane touches down. You have maps, rides, and messages from your hotel and airline immediately. No hunting for public Wi-Fi, no roaming bill surprises. Make sure your phone supports eSIM. Most modern models do. Use code MEGAN for an extra 15% off. That small saving often pays for itself on day one when you walk out and get exactly where you need to go. To wrap up, 2025 rewards the prepared. Cross-check solo versus two-person pricing even if you're traveling alone. Check in early, follow battery rules to the letter. Plan routes with a backup, especially across the Atlantic or via Canada. Get your travel documents done early and keep copies handy. And secure your connectivity. Having internet on arrival saves time, money, and nerves. Your turn. Which change affects you most? Southwest's bag fees, United's new check-in cutoff, power bank policies, fewer nonstops, or electronic travel authorizations? Pick one and build a small habit today. Set a reminder, print a checklist, buy your eSIM early, check nearby airports, measure your suitcase. Simple actions give you an edge when airlines change the rules without fanfare. Fly calm. You're more ready than yesterday.